Y'all remember what I said in this video? Splatoon 3, my nigga, you got done dirty in my opinion. The reality of that statement is, when a game gets hold, so does the idol group representing the game. Let's talk about it for a bit, shall we? I'ma preface this by saying, please don't feel bad if you are not on Team Fisher for the Grand Festival. Whatever your reason or your decision is for picking your Splatfest team is yours. I don't think it's that serious to bash other people for not picking Team Fisher, especially because it's really not that deep. I remember seeing one comment saying it's because people can't get over their past nostalgia, and I'm just like, sorry to say, but these niggas grew up with the Squisses and Splatoon 1. It was a critical part of their childhood. Like, let me stop. We're going off topic of the main focus. That's crazy. You saw what I did just now? How I went off topic about the main focus and talked about a whole nother idol group? That's exactly how Nintendo did deep cut throughout this game's 2-year lifespan, and it hurt them greatly. Let's start with the main thing that worked against deep cut. Time. Time with the idols play a major role in which the people who play the game conceived them. Do you really think deep cut stood a chance against the likes of Squiz sisters who have been on the forefront for Splatoon for 9 years, and Off the Hook who have been around for 7 years? Deep cut has only been here 2 years, my nigga. Hell no, they don't have a shot. Unfortunately, Squizzes and Off the Hook have just had more time to resonate with their fan base, and that's highly unfortunate. So deep cut is already thrown into disadvantage in a natural essence. But this is just exhibit 1. Let's talk about representation. Let's first talk about music. Let me say this, if we're talking straight music, deep cut got that shit on lock. Some of the most funnest and interesting songs in the franchise, and they actually gotten quite a bit of it compared to the other idol groups, I must say. I think the only thing that sells them short here is that personally I'd argue I love the other idol songs a bit more than theirs, but that's not important. Deep cut has plenty of music for 2 years, so that's not the problem. What do I mean by representation? I'm talking about a build of character. Something the audience can see so they have a chance to connect with them. Deep cut, compared to the other two, has none. Let's go crunch the numbers here. How many appearances have the Squisses made throughout the franchise? Quite a few, yeah. You got Splatoon 1 story mode, Splatoon 2 story mode, and Splatoon 3 story mode. I think it's generally fair to say Squisses are definitely boosted by a nostalgia factor, because the representation isn't that strong. All 3 games' main story modes aren't exactly the greatest and most memorable. I think Splatoon 3's main campaign is the best one out of all of them, however, but the point is that they have at least something of some representation. What about Off the Hook? You want to talk about getting an idol group's personality shoved down your throat? Off the Hook is definitely that. Nintendo shovels that shit down our gullets. They have Octo Expansion, arguably the greatest DLC campaign mode in franchise history. They give you such a good look into how Pearl Marina operates, it's insane, as well as a super compelling story with amazing gameplay. So these motherfuckers already have like S+ tier introduction to their connection with the audience. But wait, we're not done yet, because Splatoon 3, the game, deep cut, are the main idols. We were given fucking Side Order, a DLC expansion also focused on Marina, and of course, Pearl tags along with her, giving them some more representation. Now, people have argued that Side Order is weaker compared to Octo Expansion, but that doesn't matter. Compared to Octo Expansion, another DLC where Off the Hook is front and center. They literally have the 2 best campaign modes and chance to represent their characters in a positive light. And if you really don't think this matters, please look again at Team's present popularity during Grand Festival, because I promise you, that is the reason. Oh fuck, I forgot about your deep cut. I spent like 3 minutes talking about the other 2 idol groups. I'm so sorry. Let's go over your representation. Oh wait, that's right, y'all fucking got none! The only similar rep these guys have is Splatoon 3's main campaign mode, where there are boss battles and sort of anti-heroes for a bit chasing their own goal, which I generally thought was really cool, but compared to like what the other idols got, that's just breadcrumbs. And you gotta remember, Side Order happened in Splatoon 3. Like my niggas really got pushed to the side, dog. I'll put it to the side for a quick second. You ever think how fucked up it is that Act Here, or Deadafish as what we call them, it's literally more popular than Deep Cut, like genuinely speaking. Like I guarantee if they had a fucking Splatfest, or they were an idol for like 1 day, they would literally get more votes than them, and they'll probably win a Splatfest over any other Deep Cut members, because that is how certain I am that they're more popular. This is what happens when you're part of a good story. This is literally what happens when you have good representation. And don't forget the fact that after 1 year into Splatoon 3's lifespan, this special pass came and gave the ability to go back to Inkopolis Square and Inkopolis Plaza. 2 areas from Splatoon 1 and 2, also taken away from Deep Cut's focus in Splashville. Like, they really shoved them into their stratosphere and said, fuck them, forget about them. Speaking of Splatoon 1 and 2, let's talk about the final thing that hurts Deep Cut, their game's reputation. Kylie and Marie derived from Splatoon 1. Definitely a janky game, but it's the first installment of the franchise, but the game received a lot of positive reception from the community. Splatoon 2 for Pearl and Marina. Again, I got a lot of new entries into the series like myself, where casually that game has got a ton of positive reception. This is also as well where competitive Splatoon hit its peak with sponsors and other things, as well as the fact we were stuck with it for 5 years, but again, tons of positive reception from the community. Splatoon 3? No jokes here, but Splatoon 3 definitely has the most negative connotation of any installment in the Splatoon franchise. I am definitely part of the problem, but I do not care. This game is ass. Who does that directly affect? Deep Cut. It's no secret why this auto group got hold, cause they can't even be the stars of their own installment, as well as Splatoon 3 being a mess with how fun the game actually is. Time factor is also included. Listen y'all, I have a connection with Kyle and Marie. I for fuck sure have a connection with Pearl and Marina. I have absolute zero connection with Shiver, Fry, and Big Man comparison. And that is a product of Nintendo doing an awful job with this game. It really sucks for these guys, man. I generally want better for them, but when your creators don't give a fuck, why should I care? And that pretty much ends the video. I hope you all enjoyed. See you all next time.